Hello and welcome back to another week of Sambo iRacing. We are back in the Dallara IL-15, the IndyNXT car, this time at Lime Rock GP for another hot lap. Now, it's my first hot lap doing the IndyNXT. It's usually Gianni Lutzu doing it, but I have stepped in because I am brave enough to do Lime Rock Park. Now, I've done this lap as if it was qualifying without any push to pass, but it was on warm tyres about 4 laps in. Anyway, enough of that. Let's start the hot lap. Down the main straight looking for our entry into turn 1, which is just before the 2 and 1 cone, and we brake very hard initially and then a long trail off, picking back up on the gas in third, all about trying to keep the balance going, lightly on the brakes, back on the gas in third gear, little lift, and then back up to full power, up to fourth gear, over to the right hand side, now back over to the left. Now just before this tree we're going to brake initially up to about 85%, tiny lockup of the right front. I don't recommend that in the race, however for a qualifying stint like this it's not too bad. Little lift in fifth gear to go around the second class corner, exit nice and wide, and then we're going to go absolutely flat through the final corner, turn 9, exit wide. You'll notice no push to pass has been used, and over and across the line we go in a, what was it, a 43.4. Park in the shade, have a sandwich. Right, we'll do the breakdown, won't take long. Down lap. First braking marker, so we're coming up to the 2 and we go halfway between that and the 1, and I hit initially, or I go straight up to a peak pressure of sort of 60-62% there, and then I sharply trail off, and now I'm just going to hold it at around 2 or 1% until I'm ready to drop it down to third and get back on the gas. So the reason why I'm holding it like that is just to keep the balance working over the front tyres. So that is my brake trace, as you can see. I then get back on the gas, but I hold it at around 64% until I can see the corner is opening up, and that's when I can get back on the gas. So we go over to the right-hand side. Now, this is the braking marker, and again, I just know Lime Rock really well, so I sort of have a feel for it. But this is where you need to be braking, and not particularly hard. I hit a peak pressure of 16% and then trail off, trail off, trail off, and then pick back up on the gas in third gear, get my left-hand tyres right over that rumble strip, almost in the grass. Get up to full power, well over to the left-hand side. Now I'm going to do a little lift as I turn in. So I briefly hit 50%, but then I get back up to 100% here, up to fourth gear. Right, the tricky one. So we're going to start braking. Well, you can see I'm already at 1% now. So it's about 2 or 3 car lengths before this tree, and we want to brake in a straight line heading for that rumble strip over on the left-hand side. I immediately reach a peak pressure of 82%, and then I hold it at around 80. I get a very slight lockup, but I trail it off down to second gear, and I start picking back up on the gas just ahead of the apex here. I'm up to full power now, and I'm just going to go flat through the next 2. You don't want to head over to the left-hand side where the driving line is now. You want to get nice and tight to that corner on the right-hand side. And then we're going to start doing a lift in approximately half a nanosecond. So there you go. I lift down to 58%, back up to 100% early on, trying not to hit that curb, although it wasn't the end of the world when I did do it. Take a bit of speed off you though, and then over and across the line we go. We got one final version coming up next with the driving line on. Without me talking, enjoy. Let me know if you've got any comments or questions or anything.